Coming up in sports at 4:45, I'll tell you about what happened when the USA and Chile met at the World Cup. Also, I'll have the story of an SU lacrosse player who will also be playing for her country in the Lacrosse Women's Under-19 World Cup. That story and more in the 4:45 Sports Block. When most people think of game-winning shots, they think of names like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Well, I have the story of a local athlete who hit a game-winning shot and brought a title to a championship-starved community.
It felt incredible, you know. It was a crazy experience to be running around, throwing your pads off, and your teammates running at you.
Reid Jackowski is a senior midfielder for the Lafeyette boys lacrosse team. His biggest goal of the season helped the Lancers win their first title in 14 years. Jackowski is a team captain for the team. Before the playoffs started, he and the other team captains held a meeting. Those meetings helped the team come together.
Before sectionals, we had a couple of them, and the guys just really bought in. And I think after we won our first game against Tully and then we knocked off Skaneatles, our practices were a lot different. We weren't walking around, and everyone was practicing as hard as they could. And after that, you know, our team just really took off.
Jackowski has had a big impact on this team. He scored 52 goals and has 30 assists this year. His coach asked him to make a big change.
Reid Jackowski was asked to make a position change. His junior year, he played on the defensive side of the ball, and this year, he had to make the switch to a midfielder. And his coach said that is just the type of player and the type of leader Reid Jackowski is.
Lead by example type of a captain. We didn't really have anybody from the team that was a vocal captain.
O'Hara said asking Jackowski to change positions and him being so willing to do it really helped in bringing this team together.
And when you're a younger guy looking at a senior who has an established position and you see that he's willing to do whatever the team needs him to do to make the team better, that's just a huge example for the guys coming up.
Jackowski will continue to play college lacrosse at Robert Wesleyan College in Rochester, New York.
Now, this Lafayette Lancer team had to go through a lot to win the title. One of the things that Coach O'Hara told me was a big hurdle to overcome was getting students from Onondaga Central schools acclimated to the team. This team is made up of members from the Lafayette community, Onondaga Nation, and kids from OCS. So to win a title despite going through all that really speaks to this team's ability to bounce back. So Ray and Iran, back to you.
We'll be right back after the break.